Today we're going to the halacha of priorities of guf noki and tefillah b'tzibur, with the two clash. Which one you should do? So first of all, I'm going to speak about the thing which is no machlokas. That's the kula alma. That then we're going to go to things that are more totally b'machlokas. So the first thing is brought in the Gemara Barachas Daf Chav Gimel Amud Aleph. The Gemara says, "Ton Rabbanan, anitzrach le'nekavav." Alis pala. Somebody needs to go out to release himself before davening. He says, don't daven. If somebody davened while he needs to go to the bathroom, tfilose toyeva. That davening is abomination. Omar Rav Zvid, the Temer Rav Yehuda, Lashonu elashonu echol lishas ba'atzmoi. Only when he cannot wait. Aval im yochol lishas ba'atzmoi, but if he could hold himself back, tfilose tfilah. The davening is davening. But kama, what's the pshat you could hold back? Amar Rav Shesh is at Parsa. Parsa, it's a 4 mil, which is approximately 4 kilometers. The Bach brings it's about an hour. The other opinions, it could be 72 minutes, 96 minutes. But either way, the minimum, that's the minimum. If you cannot hold back that shiur an hour, according to this, it's l'kula alma, osur l'spala. Even though you're going to miss tefillah b'tzibur or tefillah b'zmano, it's not tefillah, it's a to'eva. You cannot daven now. So the person now. And this also, as machlokes aposkim, if it's the Mogen Avram says only talks about number 2, not number 1. The Eli Rabbah says even number 1. So whatever it is, the idea though, we have to come ready for davening, coming with the guf knuckle. So now the shaila is like this. So like I said, if somebody cannot hold back even an hour, is not allowed to daven. It's tefillah to'eva. The davening is abomination. Now, the shaila now, if somebody could hold himself back an hour, somebody wants some machmir, 72 minutes, 96 minutes, whatever. So if somebody goes back an hour, should he daven lechatchila? Now, you must daven lechatchila, you should daven, or no, we're going to say maybe even then, better to clear yourself than to daven. So, what's posher, the no machlokes, if you cannot hold back even an hour, l'kula alma, this blessed man, the palik, nobody argues with that, you're not allowed to daven. It's tefillah to'eva. If you could hold back an hour, should daven l'chatchila, or better not to. So according to Rashi and the Rif, l'chatchila, you should daven. Yeah, if you could hold back l'chatchila, you should daven, especially if you're going to miss tefillah b'tzibur, zman tefillah, should daven. That's the last one of Rashi. ועד כמה יכול לעמוד עצמו מן הכובע שיהיה מותר להתחיל בתפילה, מותר mean להתחילה, that's in an hour, and that's also the lashon of the Rif. So like this, לשון יכול לעמוד על עצמו, אבל יכול לעמוד לעצמו מותר. He adds on the Gemara, the Rif adds on the Gemara don't say the word mutar. The Gemara says the lashon im יכול lishas בעצמו תפילה se tefillah. The Rif adds the word mutar, like Rashi. So according to them, according to Rashi, and according to Rif, lechatchila, if you could hold back an hour, lechatchila, you should daven tefillah b'tzibur, tefillah b'zmana. The Rabbeinu Yoina is saying, and a lot of poskim follow this Rabbeinu Yoina, he says that's not so, he's saying. Vena nochen, that's the lashon of Rabbeinu Yoina. The vada avabishiyach lamad alatzmoi, even though you could hold yourself back an hour, kivan shenitzach lenekavav, since you need to go out, eno muter lechatchila. So if you ask a shayla, tell lechatchila, don't daven. Even though you're allowed to, the tefillah is not abomination. Tefillah is tefillah, you're not allowed to. There's a brisa, right after that Gemara, there's a brisa. The Gemara says like this over there, that brisa. Here, Omar Rab Shmuel bar Nachman bar Rav Yonason, they bring this in the Tosefta. Anybody needs to go out. Don't daven. Remember, he killed the Christ of Israel. So according to those poskim, that's Rabbeinu Yoina, Rambam, and many others, the Tur, and the Shulchan Aruch poskim, lechatchila, if you need to go out, you should not daven. Lechatchila, you should not till you go out. If you daven and you hold yourself back, but the evidence tefillah. According to Rashi, if lechatchila you could daven. Okay, like I said, most poskim that you should not daven. That's the lashon of the Tur also. That lechatchila you should not daven. It says like this. Gufo ketzad. After you prepare your body before davening. The Tanya, al yispalel. if you need to go out again, it says Ali Spala lechatchila shenemar hikon lekras lekecha Yisrael. That's part of the achona for davening. You have to do achona. Yeah. Now, so the shaila is like this. Since we established that according to Rashi Verif, if you could hold back, you could daven lechatchila. According to a lot of poskim, you should not, including the Shulchan Aruch. He says you should not daven lechatchila. What happens if it's a problem with Zman Tefilah? If you're not going to daven, if you're going to be machmir like the Shulchan Aruch, the Tur, the Rambam, the Rabbeinu Yoina, you're going to miss Zman Tefilah. Or you're going to miss Tefilah b'tzibur. So what should you do? Should you rely on should you rely on the Rashi and daven, the Chatchila daven, even though you need to go out, but you could hold yourself back, and Mimela you're going to have Tefilah b'tzibur, you're going to have Tefilah b'zmano, or we're going to say no, better to clean yourself, even though you're going to miss Tefilah b'tzibur, Zman Tefilah, and daven b'guf noki. So the psak of the Bach is like this. I'm skipping the whole Masa of Matan. The Osu lispalel afilu ya'avor zmana ela inake gufa tchila. According to the Bach, if you need to go out, even though you could hold yourself back, osu lispal. You should lachatchila not. If you daven, but the evet tefillah. That's what the Bach holds. The Mogen Avram says like this. Kosav Bach, he brings this Bach. Aval bishe be'oit shifna ya'avor zmana tefillah. He says. Also, l'spal at sheyifne, that's the lashon of the Bach. Ba'afilu yochel amad at parsa. Atkan v'linire. The Mogen Avram says, and looks to me, says the efsher. The bezeh yesh lismach. He didn't say you should. He didn't say you should daven. If you over zman tefillah or tefillah b'tzibur, we're going to see now. Right now they talk about not tefillah b'tzibur. We're going to talk about tefillah in a minute. Right now it's zman tefillah. He says the mutter. You're allowed to daven. He says if zman tefillah over. Which is also the lashon of Rashi. It doesn't bring it, but also the shita of Rashi. Ad parsa. And he says that's how it says also in Siman Pei, in Shulchan Aruch, and Siman Pei over there also they said this. If you know for sure you cannot hold yourself back over there, it says don't daven. Yeah, v'im over zman tefillah onus u'mispal mincha shtam. V'im yirelo sheyochel la'amod al atzma b'shas kriya shma. But that talks about a similar halacha. Yaniach tefillah ben avo l'krishma. Yeah. So according to he brings a raf from Shulchan Aruch that if you could hold back, you could if you want to. Now, so halacha lamai says like this. So we established that if it's a zman tefillah going to be over, according to the Bach, doesn't make a difference. Miss zman tefillah and have a guf noki before you daven. Now, they didn't speak about chatzos, Zman Tefilah. I'm going to talk about chatzos. Zman Tefilah is Sof Shor Revi, is approximately now, I don't know what time is my name, it's about going to be in Detroit now, Be'erech, Sof Zman Tefilah, but probably 10:30, Be'erech. Yeah, so whatever is Sof Zman Tefilah, but the way it's brought in the calendars and Zmanim, so that's Zman Tefilah. So according to the Bach, you should not daven over Zman Tefilah and clean yourself first. According to Mogen Avram, no, if you could hold back for an hour, then you could daven, you should daven with the Zman Tefilah. Now, what would the Tefilah b'tzibur? Let's say Zman Tefilah won't be over. You could daven you early, but you're going to miss minyan. So the Elia Rabbah and the Chaya Odom, they say like this. The Im Yavar Zman Tefilah b'tzibur. Again, we're not going to Zman Tefilah. Again, Tefilah b'tzibur. You have a clash of it between Guf Noki and Tefilah b'tzibur. So he says, the Eli Rabbah writes, the Im Yavor Tefilah Tzibur Yifne Koidam, meaning Guf Noki, it's take precedence over Tefilah b'tzibur. You're going to miss Tefilah b'tzibur, even according to Mogen Avram, that tells you could Samech and Rashi and Rif. If you could hold back, you should not be over Zman Tefilah. Says the Tefilah b'tzibur. No, if you're going to be in Zman Tefilah, so you have a shaila. What's better, Tefilah b'tzibur or Guf Noki? Guf Noki first. That's what they say. However, the Kapachan brings from the Chido that he writes the Gam im Yavar Zman Tefilah b'tzibur im yochel lamad at parsa shore. So he brings that the same similar idea. The Mogen Avram said about Zman Tefilah and the Gavat Tefilah b'tzibur. The emphasis is like this. It's the way I see it. That's Indian of cultures, and we should not Halacha is not culture, tradition. We should learn the halacha. In many schools, I remember after I used to have chavrus, he told me he learned in 2 yeshivas. In one yeshiva, he said the bathrooms were busy. All the bathrooms, big yeshivas, a lot of bathrooms, was busy before breakfast, he says. In another yeshiva, he says, when he learned, the bathrooms were busy before shachris. And it's 2 cultures. One culture is makbid tefillah b'tzibur. So the compromise, I need to go out, I could push it through. I'm going to daven now tefillah b'tzibur. The other culture is the more machmer guf noki. That's what it is. Talmid Baal Shem Tov, guf noki. You can't daven without guf noki. You have to prepare before davening. Now, so this is lagabe again. 2 inyanim. We have lagabe tefillah b'tzibur. Again, according to the Chaya Odom and the Elia Rabbah, you have a guf noki and miss tefillah b'tzibur. If you need to, even you could hold back. And lagabe is tefillah b'zmano, zman tefillah. According to many poskim, you the Bach especially, and whoever follows the Bach, you could skip Zman Tefilah and have Guf Noki. According to the Magen Avraham, no, you should not skip Zman Tefilah. Now, what's going to happen, Legabe Chatzos? I want to make a little pshara over here, because the Lashon also of the poskim look like you take any shita you want. There's 2 shitas over here, 2 major shitas. You could be more makbid, Zman Tefilah or Tefilah b'tzibur, or Guf Noki. You could almost do whatever you want. The Salamizers will be like this, L'choyre. If it's already, after coming Chatzos, it's already more than Zman Tefilah. Lechatchila, the halacha says if you miss Zman Tefilah, you should daven lechatchila up to Chatzos, and some even say up to Zman Mincha Gedol, half hour after Chatzos. So if you read Kol HaKitzim, you're going to miss now Shacharis completely. Definitely, if according to the you could rely on the Magen Avraham, it says that you could rely on the Rif and Rashi, lechatchila you could daven. So don't completely nullify your Tefillah. Tefillah Shachris, so daven rely on them. But if you have till Zman, till davening, till Chatzos, you could daven lechatchila if you miss Zman Tefillah. After that half hour, many poskim saying you could still daven up to Mincha Gedoyla. So Memela, if you need to be Guf Noki, l'chayra, it's better to have Guf Noki. And the Bach very much praises this inyan. He says it's part of coming ready, standing in front of the king. It's part of like the Gemara says, he can be annoyed, come with a nice clothing, davening. Part of it, come with guf noki. How could you come to daven in front of Hashem, not with guf noki? Okay.